my
Can you be in
gosh.
this video?
That is so neat. So here is somebody's stash of mossy branches and two kind of mid-size rose rocks. But look at all of the beautiful texture. And what you do is you bring them back and then you pressure wash them if you're just trying to expose the relief of them. Now, if you're wanting to salvage any of the moss or lichens on them, then obviously you don't want to do that. So here is where the real work is taking place. I mean, we've got power tools and blowers and wheelbarrows. Roger,
Yeah.
show me what you found.
Oh. Isn't this one cool? I like the shape and the composition with this kind of large form, and then of course the moss, on it is
it's
great.
gorgeous, and those textures are beautiful. Okay, now I don't know the answer to this question. How are they formed?
They are, well, the crystals are formed inside these big slabs, and then the slabs erode away and leave.
And they expose
expose the rose
rose-like
rocks.
forms.
Because some of these, eventually, these little rose rocks will be eroded and drop off.
Right, and that's where you see all of the smaller ones that if you go to a rose rock or a gem and mineral roadside store, sometimes you'll find the smaller ones.
Right.
But here, these guys are looking for, let's go back to one of the massive ones, Roger. Some really massive sized rose rocks. And by the way, all of this is being performed on the property of a family member of Roger's. Tom, you want to say hello? Hello. hello. And he so graciously has allowed us to come and harvest some of these, but look at this.
Isn't it
one.
amazing? Look, I mean, all the variation in size, and then the color with the lichens and the moss.
Yeah, that is really spectacular. And this is, how much do you think this one weighed?
I don't know.
I don't
a lot.
know. Yeah, it was quite an ordeal
It took
to get
four of us to get it in the
to get
wheelbarrow.
into the wheelbarrow. And then some of these really larger ones will be used in some landscaping projects.
Yeah.
And
And you can see
yeah.
you can see on this how these are being exposed on the face.
Yes.
And some of these, you know, after a while will probably erode and drop
And
off.
break off.
And it just keeps eroding back.
But then Tom was saying, and I mentioned it earlier, that if you take these back and you power wash them, it will really expose a lot of the cracks and crevices. I got a little bit of moss. I'm not getting too many rose rocks.
I added a couple of nice clumps.
Yeah,
of
but
moss
I
to
have
yours.
been foraging for moss and fern, and I love the combo of these little fern, Roger, that grow
Aren't those
on
cool?
top of these massive ferns. Can you ID what kind of
I don't
fern
know
that
what
is?
kind of fern that is.
But these are very, very, very sweet. They're pretty shallow rooted, so hopefully they would transplant pretty well.
Right. And they look like from the dead fronds that are on here that they get about 6 to 8 inches tall.
So
See
they'll
some of these
yeah, so
fronds?
they're gonna
Actually, that's fairly long.
So they'll stay pretty tiny. Now, it's important to say that we've had a very, very dry summer. So I would imagine, had we had a wet summer, these would be much more prolific.
Well, this is about what I've always seen when I come out here. And of course, I'm sure they love the acidity from all this oak leaf litter.
Right. Oh, look
Look
at
at
all
that
that
moss.
beautiful moss
Oh, my
there.
gosh. Oh,
Oh, wow. It really is almost criminal to disturb something as lovely as
Right.
that. I may have to just let that be. Love it. Now, those of you who live in areas where you get a lot more rainfall than we do here in Oklahoma, you may think it's strange that we are so swooning over this moss. But for arid Oklahoma, something like this is truly a thing of beauty, isn't it, Roger?
Oh, I've in my travels, I've come across people asking garden gurus, how do I get rid of the moss in my yard?
Right, right. And we're like, how do we encourage moss in our yard and on our pots? You got to just, I guess, love the one you're with, right, Roger?
Bill,
Oh my gosh!
Be in this video?
That's a headboard.
Yeah, Bill, would you just lift this?
Isn't that a headboard for?
Oh my gosh! Now this is my friend Bill, and Bill is also an experienced rose rock wrangler. Because you guys, didn't we see this last time we were here? Oh my word! And I think, oh yeah. Just lift that. Just lift that. Look at this one. Now, John, wasn't Tom saying that some of these were exposed when some utility companies came through here or whatever?
Yes. And that was one that was pulled out and pushed aside.
Yeah, and then John at Garden Design sometimes uses these, as I said earlier, in large, when you have just the right landscape project. Okay, but look over here, you guys. Did you see this feature? Look at that. The little chimney. Look at the natural little chimney there in the corner.
Isn't that cool?
That is so neat. So at night, how many hobbits and fairies and dwarves and woodland creatures come out, do you think, to live in these magical rocks? I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told them I was just going to take a short video, and they said it better be short. But I, because of liability issues, I don't want anybody actually doing any moving while I am filming this.
Well,
Okay, so
we'll sign releases so you can show our broken bones.
your broken bones. Yes.
Broken leg.
Yeah, no bones or muscles were harmed in the taking of this video. So seriously, guys, how much do you think that weighs?
I don't know. 300 pounds?
I was going to say 300 to 400.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm surprised I still have air in one of my tires. The other one's solid.
Yeah.
It's a solid
This,
tire.
Yeah.
the coloration on this is just.
Yeah, it really is.
Look at
With the lichen.
And it'll be even more beautiful once it kind of, though you have to be careful not to wash off all of those
Right.
lichen spores, but
This big
Yeah.
is really colorful with the bright green.
Yes.
yes. Gorgeous.